Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the SDFC Fancast. We're doing it.
Gloria.
And, I listened to that song on my drive home, and I was just like, I fucking love this song.
It's a really
I
good
listened to the
song.
whole thing. Love it so much. So what's been going on? I actually got Julie admitted something to me tonight. She was like, I'm 2 episodes back. It's like, you freaking jerk.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Hey, the same person that all she got to is she says that, but she got to the sporting director thing. And then she sent me that text like, I should have told you what a sporting director was. You should have asked me. I knew exactly what it was. I posted it on my personal Instagram, which my handle is Nate Parada. You don't have to add me. I don't know why I told people that. I'm not a big Instagram guy. But in other personal news, I'm in the Fortnite group chat, which also I saw on the Riptides Discord. A lot of people play Fortnite, so we'll be playing that. And that's with a bunch of my brother and the old guys. But my brother put a meme, and so I get all the old guy memes, you know? So my brother sent a meme, and it was the old Pontiac Aztec SUV, the really ugly one that Richard won in the first season of Survivor, the Pontiac Aztec, and it's humping a DeLorean, and then it makes a Cybertruck, you know, and that was the meme.
Very much old.
Oh yeah,
old man.
yeah. And so I was thinking, I was just like, every time like the Cybertruck and stuff, I think of cyber, like cybering, like cyber sex. And that's what I put in the chat. Like, dude, that reminds me back in the day, like cybering. That's what I could think of. And then so I went, like a normal person, I went to the Wikipedia of cybersex, you know, and I learned a new phrase, and it is teledildonics.
Oh God,
that's virtual sex encounters using network sex toys.
Yeah. We're off to a great start.
The future is now. That was
now, folks.
That term was coined in 1991. So yeah. So there you go.
Right.
Apple, why don't you get onto that with your accelerated
Keegan, you're a big cyber sex guy, right?
Throw me a freaking bone here.
Yeah, and Keegan's already getting pounded on.
I think Keegan coined that term. Actually, that was Keegan's move.
It was the summer of '91.
Yeah, oh, nice. I remember.
1 year old.
Just one,
yeah. Nice, but yeah, that's what I learned today. I don't know what you guys learned today, but I'm always learning. You know.
Nice. That takes the cake, I think, for today.
So you've been sick, Nathan.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Is I was lying through my teeth when I said that we would be recording on Sunday because we didn't. I had a sinus infection. And then we were going to record on Monday, and I still sounded horrible. And so now we're recording today, and I sound like my normal level of horrible. So we're back in action.
You sound wonderful, friend.
Handsome as ever.
Oh, sorry, everybody, for being late. It was my fault again. I met the president again.
Are you pregnant? You're late?
Cricket?
Again? That face.
Everybody's just.
But no, that's it. All right, enough of that jive. Let's get into some San Diego F.C. news.
Wait, you don't want to talk about Dune or Lord of the Rings or anything?
Oh, I mean, we can. I'm down. We can also talk about what's the score, Chris? What's the score of the baseball game? No, for San Diego FC news. Did we announce, like we as in San Diego FC, announce Carlos Savina as the official technical director? I don't know if we have yet.
I don't think we have. No, it's just
okay. Just double checking.
Rumor mill.
All right. Speaking of rumors, dude. Okay, all over the place. I'm seeing Guillermo Ochoa rumors. I have seen way less Chucky Lozano rumors, which makes me sad, and I've seen way more Guillermo Ochoa, which I know he's old and all that stuff, and all the Mexican fans and like the Liga MX subreddit and all the stuff, and the Mexican national team fans are saying no. I even saw him like San something. I saw a meme or something. Somebody put out new 619 soccer or football or something like that on Instagram. Put out a Guillermo Ochoa thing, and someone was just like, no, as a Mexican national team fan, please don't. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be mad at having Guillermo Ochoa. I don't think he's horrible. And even when he's been playing for Mexico, has he been horrible? I don't feel like he's been the horrible one. There have been other horrible players around him.
Yeah, even if he's
hasn't been a world beater.
Even if he's just an average keeper these days, but the draw that he brings in, the jersey sales, all
guys,
that.
We already have a keeper. Don't forget about that.
And then also the leadership aspect. Yeah, Duran Free. He might be. I wonder if he's waiting in the wings, so to speak. He's pretty young.
I don't think so.
You think he's going to start right away? I mean, that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think he's the.
Yeah. I think that would be awesome. I think it would be awesome too if he's just like, if Duran Free is just like, nah, dude, I'm taking that spot. I want that number one spot. I mean, that's
the keeper is sort of like the quarterback of the team, right? So like having someone with Ochoa's level of experience, kind of dictating and commanding the troops, it seems like it could be a really great thing, especially if we have a young team.
Even if it's for a year or two, like Ochoa could help him, come through, could be good as well. He has so much experience to pass on as well.
It kind of feels like that, right? Like the first couple of years are like a springboard year. Like even when I talk about Frank Lampard being, or springboard years, like when I talk about Frank Lampard being coach, I don't think he'd be there longer than 2 or 3 years maximum, right? So I guess right now we would be in the stage of building something for the first couple of years for the next stage to build off of, or what? I don't know how to put that. Like, how do you build a team right off the bat to be successful?
I think like with the academy, with the Norseman players, I think we already have the keeper as far, like in my eyes. I feel like if we would ever sign Ochoa, it would be as the number 2, like is how I would look at it. And he would just be like a locker room presence. And he's like, you're right. He hasn't played bad. He hasn't played great, but I wouldn't be disappointed as if he was like the number 2, but I feel like we got our guy.
I mean, I agree. I think it would be amazing if Free's ready to go at 18 on it's a big stage, but I don't think there's any chance Ochoa signs with us to be the number 2. He could probably go anywhere in MLS.
Yeah,
but the weather's so nice there.
That's true. That's true.
Ain't that the truth?
It's a short commute.
Probably close to home, yeah.
Dude, that is a big draw. But no, we want to coach. We want to coach. Have a coach build something.
Coach.
We do. I want Frank Lampard. He's friends with Michael S.D.F.C. Michael S.D.F.C. works at Norseland right now. You guys, just call him. Just call Michael S.D.F.C. real quick.
Wasn't Lampard rumored to take on like the Canada international coaching job?
I did. I saw producer Trev post that, and then I asked producer Trev if Matt Law read it, and then he ignored me. So I don't know. I didn't look it up. So no, and the reason I asked that though is just Matt Law is like the Chelsea aficionado, or was back in the day. So I was just curious if it was posted by him, then I'd be like, oh shit, that rumor might have some legs. Hope not.
From like a notoriety standpoint, that would be a better move for Lampard being a national coach.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. More eyes would see him on that international level than
sure. But I mean, come
so
to
nice
San Diego.
here.
Yeah, it's so nice, and it's
exciting. You're getting a lot of eyes on you. Like, I think they're gonna be. I don't know if you guys watched the latest post the SDFC YouTube did, but they were doing some of the stuff on the soccer players, some ex-soccer players, the San Diego Soccers, and some of those guys were saying this is gonna just blow up and be a huge deal here. So I'm excited to see because they were saying it's gonna be bigger than Miami, the previous expansions, and it's gonna be just it's prime for this environment.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing is we're already doing this how many months in advance when there isn't even a lot of news or anything
Yeah.
like that. So
A year
that should
away.
freaking tell you something. We're already excited. Julie was already telling me, we're only 20 minutes away from the Chula Vista Chrome Ball event, which is May 4th. But I was excited because that one goes until 10 p.m. and it looks like that one is going to be a freaking party, dude. So I'm
May the
pumped
4th be
about
with
the
you.
Chula Vista one. They're shutting down the whole street. All that stuff in downtown. So it's going to be, we're partying, dude. We're doing it. Come see me before 7 p.m.
The lights go off after 7.
We're getting older.
No, I think he means he's going to be hammered.
Yes,
Getting older.
Nice.
Yeah. But I am genuinely excited for that Chrome Ball, for the Chula Vista one in particular. Like, I am pumped for that. Freaking pumped. Food's going to be good. It will be after I will just have gotten back from Mexico from the wedding I'm going to in Veracruz. It's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can give us all the Rona. Perfect.
I will. And actually, somebody that's going to the wedding that was at the bachelor party with me is a local.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Sweet.
Look at that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little connection there. And we'll bring them up. We'll bring them up a little later. But then I want to talk about another event San Diego FC is having Saturday at Hopnonymous. I have the time written down on another document, not this one. But
I think it was
at
6.
Hopnonymous.
I think it was 6 to 9 p.m. if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
Thank you. I think so. That sounds right, and that sounds like an event timing. So, but yeah, Hopnonymous. But you should go there, just hang out there all day and buy the beer. It tastes good.
It's a cool
Goes
name
down
of the
easy.
beers. The New Amigos? Is that what it was? Or
So that's the one that the Riptides are doing is the new Amigos. So
sorry.
that's all good. All right. Well, we were going to bring this up anyway, but let's just do it. So Chris and I. No, you're good. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We are part of the Riptide supporters group. So San Diego FC already has supporters groups, already has multiple supporters groups. I just put up the local sticker and I brought up somebody being a local. And what that is that is the supporters group. And they have been to the Chrome Ball events and they came out, they were supporting the Loyal in particular. But yeah, they're still coming to the champ practices and the Chrome Ball events and all that stuff. The locals, I see their stickers on cars all the time, which is really cool now. It's like the whatever that effect is after you pay attention to something once, you see it everywhere. But yeah, it's awesome to see that. But other supporters groups, and I've seen them at Chrome Ball events. I go to champ practice. They have champ practices underneath the trolley station at Snapdragon Stadium, so they'll do chants like for the team coming up for San Diego FC. We're already practicing those and making up chants and all that, so you can be part of that. So join a supporters group, just any of them. There's a bunch. If you're like, there's one that's geared towards the Navy and towards veterans, in particular USG 1A, which is super fucking sick. And dope. I bring up my brother all the time. So the Fortnite crew that I play with they're all vets. They're all veterans. Yeah. So I mean, I love that. So them, Dago Boys, Chavos, who else is out there? And Battalion 18, and everyone has been very welcoming and nice. So you may be asking, all right, then why did you choose the Riptides, which representing tonight?
Oh, beautiful.
But the honestly, that is literally just by chance. Chris and I went to a Chrome Ball event in Oceanside.
First one,
yeah,
baby.
That was the first one.
That kicked it off.
Dude, we had just kind of started this. We hadn't even released any episodes or anything. We were just effing around like a bunch of dorks, and we were like, let's go and start talking to people and tell them we have a podcast. And we happened to talk to Justin from Riptides, Justin and Quinn, and they just honestly just kind of showed us around, started introducing us to people and all that. And they were we happened to talk to them first, and they were just so kind and welcoming and all that stuff that we just felt the need to join the Riptides in particular, but join a supporters group. Of course, I told you why we joined Riptides, but man, I love seeing everybody at all the events, champ practice, everything. And we will, another thing on our Instagram is I'm trying to be friends with every single one. So if you want a list of supporters groups for San Diego FC, you can go to our Instagram page and there's actually a good list of them, or Riptides page, or Battalions page, any of those guys. So yeah, I think that the supporter side is amazing. And so that's why we're Riptides. But Colin brought up the new Amigos beer, and they're actually launching a new beer at Hopnonymous. So Hopnonymous has hosted a bunch of events for Riptides and now for SDFC. So they're just becoming part of the community to that brewery. So there's a bunch going on already without a team even being up or being quite around yet. So they're really, it's cool. Everyone's building something. I mean, the Riptides literally just partnered with Barrio Logan College Institute.
I saw this. This was cool.
Dude, it's so amazing. And they did a jersey launch, so they're actually donating some of the money from the amazing jerseys that are designed super well. And the video is up. And so go to it, Riptides, YouTube, all that stuff. And look at the video, watch the video, because they do a way better job than I ever will of explaining it here. But go to it, look at the jersey, and then buy one. Everything's reasonably priced. And honestly, like Chris called them weirdly nice, I think, in one of the podcasts. But they're really genuinely kind people, and everybody involved in it who aren't even the Riptides and everything. It seems to be, San Diego FC seems to be bringing the right type of people together. I don't even know where I'm getting at. Everything's just super awesome right now. So.
How much are the Riptides paying you?
Dude, I know. I'm just, you know what? On a personal note, no. For a while, I was laid up injured with a really bad back injury and all that stuff. So even when the Loyal were around, I really didn't get to be part of any of that. So it is just perfect timing for all of this. So that's why sometimes I get a little overexcited talking about
hell
this
yeah,
stuff.
dude. And I'll speak on it it's to join their Discord channel, which I've done recently. It's like $20 to kind of you donate to their cause, and they kind of cost money to kind of do these gatherings and stuff. And getting into the Discord was just a pleasant experience. Matt was just super welcoming. You go into a different channel, you kind of get to know everybody. Matt and Justin, like I said, we're all just very welcoming, kind. We were having just fun discussions, connecting, and so they just seem like a bunch of cool guys.
Yeah.
Talk about the weirdly nice. I think that was the Escondido event, Chrome Ball. And meeting Matt and everybody there was they were, Chris coined, it was a great term, but they were not weirdly nice, but they were very nice, very welcoming. Seemed like a really good group of dudes and gals. So yeah, they seem awesome.
Yep, they're really, really cool folks. We were very lucky to stumble across them at the Oceanside event. And to be honest, without them, we wouldn't have been introduced to certain people that have helped us out and, grown this to from 3 listeners to 6. So
yeah, literally doubled us.
No, but seriously, yeah, they're awesome. But I mean, as Nate, I'll just echo Nate's sentiment. Regardless of what supporters group you go with, join one. Obviously the more support, the better. So let's ride. Also, the Players just gave up a grand slam, so that sucks. But...
Oh boy.
Oh man, I saw the Giants hit a grand slam against the Padres live. That was fun already this season. So we'll take it.
On from that.
We'll take it. Yeah, we can. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for kind of SDFC and all that stuff. But MLS stuff, you guys watched any this week? And I did. I watched El Tráfico. Did you guys watch that?
I caught the highlights. Yeah.
Did you? Okay. It's funny. I was excited for LAFC. They're doing the right things. Their colors look sick. Their stadium looks amazing. I want to go to a game there so bad. They get the right celebrities there and all that stuff. It looks cool. All right. LAFC. Yeah. All right. It looks cool and all that. But it's crazy to me that LA Galaxy is the less Hollywoody team in LA now. The same LA Galaxy that fucking brought David Beckham over and all that crap for so long, and had Juninho there for a long time, who's a huge signing back in the day, and all that. And so it's just wild to me, and obviously Landon freaking Donovan forever at Galaxy. So it's just really funny to see that, and it does. Dude, there's just something in me where I'm just like, fuck the celebrities and fuck Hollywood and all that shit. And then LAFC go and win a lame penalty, Bouanga. Oh my god, dude! Even the ref, like VAR, literally was just like, "Hey, you have to check it again. They have to check it again. There's an error. There's a clear and obvious error on your penalty call." The ref he goes, "Nope, that's a penalty." It's like, "Oh, dude, you dipshit." So today I do have my Landon Donovan scarf in commiseration with the LA Galaxy fans for giving up that lame ass penalty.
I want to score as many goals as I fucking can, dude. Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro.
That was amazing. Was that
actually, so that is perfect timing. I asked all you guys to have a video queued. Do you guys mind bringing that up right now?
Yep, I got it up.
All right.
Yes,
yeah, and
sir.
then let's press play. Watch it up.
Well, why don't you count us down? Like 1, 2, 3, play.
All right. 1, 2, 3, play.
So I understand if you don't want to take me, but during this time, I need to go to my sister's wedding. And I remember, like, we got through the group, but we just had a game, I think, in Kansas City versus a team that we should have beat. And I remember Steven Cherundolo, like, being like, "Oh, you got to do better, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "What do you think? You think I'm fucking trying to not score goals, bro? Like, I want to score as many goals as I fucking can, dude. Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro." You know what I mean? And then it was like,
God, I love Dempsey.
Marcus Hanneman started talking shit to me, and I was like, "Bro, Marcus, you need to sit the fuck down, bro. I'm trying to be everybody's friend. Don't give a fuck about you right now, you know." And Bob's like, "Maybe I was wrong. I should have subbed you, Clint." I was like, "You should have subbed me? What the fuck you talking about, man? I had your back the whole damn time with everything, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?" The next thing I know, we end up going away. We come back, we beat Jamaica, go to the final, we win. I mean, everything was good.
So that was it.
That was amazing.
That's great.
He's such a gangster.
That's awesome.
So Clint Dempsey was talking about that Gold Cup where him and Landon Donovan missed one of the games, and then in the group stage, right? So everyone was getting all a little antsy, and then they came back and won and all that stuff. But it was really funny. I love the candid moments, and I love hearing Clint Dempsey get. I love in that podcast because they have a little drink. They have drinks, so a little loosey goosey.
That seems to be the thing nowadays. Like I've noticed, like LeBron's podcast, he's drinking. Like it seems to be the in thing that we're just kind of just drink and speak, if you will.
I think people might think it's easier to let loose that way.
When they're playing,
go ahead, Keegan.
I was gonna say when they're playing, they're so measured in their responses of what they can say. But I feel like once a lot of the guys, once they retire and they're done, they have a couple beers, then they can come out and be like, "Yeah, fuck you. I need to get in the game. Of course I'll score goals or shoot baskets." Yeah. So it makes it much more fun to listen to.
Yeah. That's true, because they've brought that up in that podcast in particular, is like that all the stuff that they couldn't say in the past, they can now say. And so maybe it's a little over the top sometimes.
Well, also, I guarantee on the pitch, Dempsey was probably saying that shit to Marcus Hanneman, to Steve Cherundolo. He was probably like, "Fuck you, man."
I think that was, he was talking about a locker room conversation they had.
Okay.
And then when he said Bob, that was Bob Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Bob's over there like, "You come on, I'll sub you in."
I thought that was a soundbite.
So Trev did the soundbite. I did take one from there and pass it over.
Clint Dempsey is just, I think he is my favorite American soccer player of all time, at least at this stage of the game. Pulisic is creeping up there, but Dempsey was just such a gangster when he did like the when we were playing Mexico. You remember that? He did like the face. He's like,
he's like, "Oh,
yeah."
And he did it against Jamaica, and someone made a big cutout of it.
Yeah.
And he went to England and tore it up for Fulham. I think producer Trev, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he might be their all-time goal scorer.
He is in the Premier League. That is correct.
Yeah,
unless it's changed, but no.
Maybe Mitrovic. No, he said correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what a badass! I fucking love that guy, dude. He's so cool.
Dude, I think he did the best out of any other American player, going abroad. Being the top goal scorer for any Premier League club in the Premier League is like insanity, and for it to be an American is like what the hell?
Crazy.
That's amazing. But speaking of that, segue into Josh Sargent, Haji Wright, Balogun, Pepe, all doing well as attackers in Europe. It's like we kind of have we're spoiled right now with riches. It's like how do you build that team? Who do you pick and all that stuff for our national team? That's not an issue we've had a lot of times in the past.
It's nice. Man. We're gonna win some games.
Remember when we started Brian Ching? He held the ball up well.
I was just watching Brian Ching the other day on something. I forget what it was, but I was like, I forgot about Brian Ching.
Do you remember when we watched the freaking Houston Dynamo play the New England Revolution in the MLS Cup final in like 2008, 2007? A lot different back then, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. They had those baggy ass kits.
Yeah.
Real quick before we move on from MLS into the international talk, I just wanted to bring up. We kind of chatted about this via text the other day. Why does the MLS not have games on like primetime games? Like all of the games are like, Saturday from like, I don't know, maybe 3:00 to 7:00 or something like that, which is great. Tons of games to watch. MLS 360 is fucking rad. I love it. But why don't we have a Sunday night primetime game? Why don't we have a Saturday night primetime game? Maybe even a midweek primetime game. Like it's we also chatted about the NFL model. Like it Trevor preach. I mean, I was just thinking about it on Sunday night when we weren't going to record because Nate was sick, and I was like, "There's nothing on TV right now except for maybe like a primetime baseball game, which unless it's the Padres, I'm probably not going to be watching that." Regardless of what the team is in the MLS, I'll be watching that every single Sunday night. It's the perfect time to have a game. So what's up, Apple TV?
Yeah, you can literally copy Monday Night Football in the US and in England. Like they have Monday Night Football in England, which is a soccer game, just like you're saying, and they have Monday Night Football. Hey, y'all, there's a reason that it works. There's a reason everybody keeps doing it.
I imagine in the next 5 years, they will adopt that. I bet they will. Monkey see, monkey do. And that, you're right. It just makes too much sense.
Even the Saturday, Sunday games, Keegan, for the Prem, those games are at like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
They're noon for us, but they're nighttime. They're prime time when everybody's home and in front of a TV. Go ahead, Keegan.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah. And even they don't even have to do like the NFL model initially, come out with like Wednesday or Thursday, like NFL is Thursday, but like Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Even if they just came out with like Sunday nights, they have one marquee game of the week and can, advertise that as well all week, doing big rival matchups or big games. Even just start it with one pick Sunday or Monday or something. And with the NFL not going during the summer, that's a great time to do it too. Monday night soccer or something. But yeah, it's stupid that they kind of are all at one time and then it's done.
I feel like sorry, Nate, I know you wanted to say something. Just real quick. I feel like prior to the Apple TV deal, there were these primetime games. And pardon my naivete, but I'm pretty sure there used to be primetime games. So I wonder if it's just an Apple TV model.
I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm sure it is.
Because I remember like ESPN having games on, like primetime games. Sure, that's all.
I was going to say Apple TV, I think don't they do Sunday night baseball? So maybe that has something to do with it possibly as well. Because if they cover that, I know they do those Apple games. Maybe that's why, but there can't be that much crossover.
Anyway, like at that point, they're like, you're going to subscribe regardless of what time the games are on. You know what I mean? They're getting their penny. So
yeah, and the baseball people are going to watch the baseball, and the soccer people are going to watch the soccer.
Sure.
I'm also curious how much like the Apple and MLS working together in regards to building a schedule out. Like how much say Apple has, or does MLS go, hey, this is a schedule, build whatever around it? Or I wonder,
But you would think the powers that be for the MLS would want the ratings. Like why wouldn't you work with Apple TV to have a Sunday night primetime game where you're literally going to get everyone who likes the MLS watching this one game as opposed to it being spread out across 15.
No, I agree. I think that would be great. I'd love that. Again, and that Sunday was a perfect example. Or even if it was on Sundays, we could have the game on or something, or we can,
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. That would be great. I agree. We need some primetime MLS games. I think it would bring more.
Fired up. I'm angry at Apple TV.
Very strongly on this matter.
I do feel strongly on this matter.
You know what though? That does bring up a good point. Is if you don't make your product accessible, people aren't going to watch it. And I mean, I will bring this. I was being sanctimonious in the chat, and I sent a meme of whoever from the Spanish league was talking about, like, if you search on Google for cocaine or children's sex, it doesn't come up, but free soccer does. And I was just like being sanctimonious about, well, maybe you should make your stuff accessible, and instead you have to buy 10 different streaming services and all that. And Chris just texts, he's like, how do you know it doesn't pop up? I was like, oh, fuck. That's a way better.
Well,
what am I talking about?
And another thing, like,
you're on a watch list.
Like Saturday afternoons into Saturday evenings, like people are out and about, they're doing shit. Like Sunday night, everyone's home. No one's out, at a bar or at even, taking the kids to soccer practice or soccer game, basketball game, whatever it might be. So, Saturday from 3 to 7 p.m. or 3 to 9 p.m. probably is the timeline. Like people are out doing shit then. So like if we need to attract more people to the game, maybe we need to figure out a different time.
You should write them a letter.
Strongly worded.
Strongly worded.
God damn it, Keegan.
No smileys if you use it email format. No emojis. Only emojis if you.
Just a bunch of thumbs down as the subject.
Just like 72 font.
Yeah.
Wingdings font.
Dear Tim Cook. Oh. So actually, producer Trev just sent some live news to the chat that I have to be honest, I had given up on the MLS teams in the CONCACAF Champions Cup for this year.
You've been talking a lot of shit on them. So
well, literally as we speak, New England Revolution is losing 4-0 to America with 30 minutes left in the game. So that's aggregate 8-0 thus far. So I mean, I wasn't just talking smack for no reason. But dude, Columbus just tied Tigres at home because they tied in Columbus as well, and then beat them in penalties. I think it's the first MLS team to ever beat a Liga MX team in penalties in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Champions League.
So they'll be going to the semis?
Yeah, dude. Yes. That is so. That's amazing. I'll be watching that game. Columbus is a real deal, dude. Because Tigres is good. That's the thing, is Tigres is like a dynasty the last like 5-6 years. Like they've won 3 Liga MX titles, I think, or something like that. Like they're really, really, really good. Like that's no fucking joke. That's really sick that Columbus did that.
Yeah, I think Columbus is really the class of the MLS.
It's looking like it.
Cincinnati's up there.
Speaking of class, Marcus Varson scored again.
Sure did.
Hell yeah,
going, buddy. Keep going.
Marcus. Sorry.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. Northland won on Sunday. I actually watched the game on YouTube. So those games, Northland games, are available on YouTube. We'll try to post links. I'll try to post links on our YouTube. So for a long time, YouTube didn't let us post links. I have to check that again. They make you like post a bunch of videos first. So yeah, our account was still too new. So I'll try that again. and try to post a link so that we can all watch Northland live. Because Ibrahim Osman actually scored as well. Another Right to Dream player. He's going to Brighton, but that Right to Dream stuff seems to be the real deal.
Speaking of the Right to Dream stuff, the I think Julie or maybe I think we posted it, just the interviews about Kudus for West Ham and like the run he made last weekend or whenever it was, just insane. Kudus is a star.
And then it was also a video of Aaron Cresswell telling Ginger Collins, he was talking about Muhammad Kudus and playing against him in training. And he's just like, Mo, can you go on the other side for a little while? Because and he was just talking about like, we haven't seen anything yet. He thinks that he's going to reach way bigger levels and that he's the player to watch. And Aaron Cresswell, I know this season might not look it, but dude, for a while, he was a fucking bomb-ass defender. He was a really good defender.
He still got a little bit.
Yeah, so it's really high praise, I think.
It's another pipe dream because he's only 23, Kudus, but how rad would that be if we snagged him up as our DP? He would dominate the MLS. He would, oh my God.
That would be unfair. I mean, him, in my dreams, we signed the two brothers from Atletico Bilbao, the Williams brothers, like Inaki and Nico, I think. They're like, dude, you guys watch them. They're insane. They were so good. Bilbao's a really good team. So, speaking of good teams, how about we do a fantasy roundup?
I have nothing to say. I'm so sorry. I have nothing to say.
Hit it again, Trev. Hit it again. Yeah. Oh, look, Keegan's dance moves.
Shit. Archery to the wind.
We used to play. What was that game on the Connect, Keegan, where you would dance to it?
Oh, like dance. Just Dance.
Just Dance. Yeah.
You hold it. Yeah.
And Keegan could just nail the Dougie. He could just every time he would just nail the Dougie. And one time, sorry, going on a tangent. One time he was dancing so hard that he cut himself on the coffee table, but he kept going. He was dancing so hard that he flicked blood on the ceiling. It was hilarious.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, once the dance starts, you can't stop the dance.
You can't stop the dance.
You feel the rhythm, feel the flow.
Dancer's gonna dance.
Dude,
what are you gonna do? Yeah. Good times.
That is amazing.
I like my fantasy.
We're all a lot of us are in first place. A lot of us are tied with 12 points in the head-to-head league. I think everybody but one person has 12 points in the head-to-head league.
Oh,
so,
Trevor.
I didn't want to call anybody out.
Early days.
His points against is so much higher than everyone else.
Wow, dude, both fantasies.
Speaking of which, sorry, I did beat producer Trevor this past weekend. Didn't have a good week at all, but I beat him 42-38. So sorry, Trev. Yeah. And I also beat him in I know we're not talking about the English Premier League fantasy, but I also beat him in that league by like 1 or 2 points.
We'll walk into a cricket farm on this.
Trevor, no.
I could have gone top of the table, but Stu beat up on me this week. So
hell yeah, Stu, you're my boy. You're my boy, Stu.
I'll have to just stay top of the table in English Premier League where I won again. But whatever. Thank you, Cole Palmer. I love you, Cole Palmer.
Well, the honor's yours. Take it away.
There's been a lot of action. I'm like the top of the English league was very tight between you, me, and Chris. And then MLS. Did I win? Do you have the scores on MLS in front of you there, Chris? I can't remember.
Yeah, you beat Keegan 41-35.
Okay, so I wasn't even 100%.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, kind.
No, actually, there was a lot of action.
Do you have the scores there, Chris?
But I was rude with an idiot.
There's WrestleMania in there too. Don't forget about that. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good old Cody Rhodes, new champ, y'all.
There you go.
All's right in the world.
Yeah,
I watched Saturday Night where The Rock won, and that's all that matters. Okay.
I watched both nights, man. I was hooked.
Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, fantasy, MLS fantasy, we're all kind of in the mix. But then just the point totals, I'm in second place. I'm going to take that because Ari is just unstoppable. And then I'll take that second place. I'll wear that badge with honor.
That's not too bad.
Ari is ridiculous. Like, I don't know if he listens to this. He probably doesn't, but
I'm going to start copying him.
He's outscoring us by 200 points, pretty much.
Yeah.
God,
It's crazy.
it's embarrassing.
And
hard.
it's not even, it's still early in the season. Like, how?
Is he like top 10 in the world? Or
And I
United
forget
States?
in MLS fantasy too, like if you see players that have a bye, you can take them out, put other players in, and then take those players out with no penalty. So it's like, ain't nobody got time for that. Good
Word up.
Lord. All right. Speaking of time, we're running out of it. So let's do our quiz game.
Word up.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
All right. So when Keegan was talking about scouts and things like that, he did mention one scout for all of Africa. And Keegan, I know I'm picking on you. So the reason we pick on Keegan all the time is not because he's the young little brother, it's because he's the best looking, he's the funniest, he's the coolest one. So we're all just jealous. So
That's
what we pick
completely
on.
untrue, but I appreciate it.
It is
No.
very true.
I prefer not to
But
pick
all
on
right.
Keegan. I
No.
respect you.
I love you, Colin.
Tonight's quiz game is about the country of Ghana in Africa.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right to dream action.
Gotta
You know?
dominate this.
Absolutely.
How
Chris,
many
Oh,
questions we got?
first question, who's the mayor of Ghana? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, come on.
It's Andrew Ghana.
Don't you know?
Andrew.
I actually think it's Andreas. All right,
How many
Five
questions?
questions?
How many questions we got?
5 questions.
All right.
We're keeping it short. Keeping it
Yep.
short and sweet.
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
All right, what are the scores right now for quiz game? Chris and Colonial tied 5-5-2.
That sounds right.
buddy.
I think you have a giant ass scoreboard, don't you?
I do, except I do. I'll send you a picture so that you can
Mine
post
is
that in
so
right
bad.
there at that moment.
Keegan,
all right.
Keegan really needs a win here.
You
This
got to
is
get
just-
back on the horse, KP. Let's time. Let's go.
All right, well,
If
your
there's-
selection is 50-50, so there you go. All right,
If
you
there's
ready?
one thing I know Ghana.
You're darn right. You will after this. All right.
True.
What
Hit me
is the
with it.
capital? What is the capital city of Ghana? Is it Kumasi or Accra?
Kumasi or Accra?
Mm-hmm. Do you want me
Not
to use them
yet.
in a sentence?
I'm not going to try to spell them.
The capital of Ghana is either Kumasi or Accra.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my answer.
It is Accra.
No.
God
Damn it.
damn it.
All right. Who is currently president of Ghana? Is it Boutros Ghali or Nana Akufo-Addo?
Keegan just left.
I'm just going to put 1 or a 2.
Guys ready?
Yeah.
It is Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Was that the first or
Boutros-
second name?
Second.
Boutros Ghali was Seinfeld. You remember when he said that?
Dude,
Oh
Boutros
my God.
Ghali was the Secretary General of the UN for a long time.
He was like,
Oh, I thought it was the restaurant.
Boutros Ghali.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that?
I
got
do.
That one.
What is Ghana's calling code? +211 or +233?
What?
Calling code?
You're gonna need to know this when you need to call back to Ghana when you're
Like
talking
an
to Michael
area
Essman,
code?
trying
Is
to
that
convince him
like
to become coach.
Yeah, it's like they
So,
have
you know,
country codes.
When you
over
dial
there.
to another country, you have to put in a code in order to go to that country.
Roger
the US
that.
and Canada are
what was
one.
it? This is important. What was it?
What is Ghana's calling code? +211 or +233?
Okay.
When the Prince of Ghana calls, that He needs you to send him $1,000 to get his $1 billion of riches.
Yeah, exactly. Nigerian princesses.
Yeah.
It is
All right.
plus 233.
Yes.
Hate this
It's
game.
still in it.
I did better when it wasn't
head-to-head.
when it wasn't 50-50.
Or 50-50 rather. Yeah, 50-50.
What is the official language of Ghana? English or French?
Oh. Ghana's on the western side of Africa, which had a lot of French influence, but I think I'm going to get this wrong.
Same.
It's English.
God damn it, I
got
knew
her.
it.
Got it.
You have 3, Colin?
Keegan, all the countries around them are French. They literally teach French.
Oh my God.
You had it, dude. Trust your gut.
I know.
Gotta go with your gut.
That's my
why I
problem with
like
these
50-50.
50-50s.
You got to go with your gut.
All right.
I don't trust it, which is why I fail.
All right. Last question.
Yep.
The Ghana Stock Exchange is blank biggest in continental Africa. Is it the 4th biggest or the 5th biggest?
Ooh.
Oh, this is a
Come
toss-up.
on. That's an amp.
Egypt.
All right.
See, Keegan's the only one that's actually trying to think about it. Come on, y'all. Learn
That's
some.
when you get in troubles when you think about it.
Yeah, I just went
That
with
is
my
kind
gut
of my
there.
problem.
What'd you
Nigeria's
put, Colin? I want to do the opposite.
All right. Yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
put, Colonial?
I put 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What'd you put, Keegan?
Man, I put 5th as well, I think. But it's probably 4th.
What'd you
I
put, Christopher?
5th.
It's 5th.
Oh, all right.
Colin wins again.
Wow, Colin,
Yeah.
dude. You're on a
On a
heater.
heater.
5 in a row?
Wait, oh yeah, my camera's over here. You can't.
Dude, you need to go to Vegas, Colin.
Yeah,
That's 6
Roll
in
the
a-
dice.
or
Yeah.
5 in a row.
that is.
No,
I
6
did have
in
a
a row
bonus
because I
did
had
have a
won
bonus.
none, and now I'm at
Oh
6.
shit!
In
Wow.
my process
6
of
in a row?
elimination, 0 to 6 would be 0 to 6.
Let the boy go. You guys,
0
Come
to
on.
6 would be 0 to 6.
You follow
No,
the
the,
process of the
the
evolution. like that.
tiebreaker question was what
Keegan's the creepiest.
is
Oh, sorry.
exactly.
Chris is the virgin.
No, I've actually brought up a team from Ghana in the Guess the Country game. I was going to see if anybody could remember it, and if anybody could remember it, they won. But that was going to be the tiebreaker.
I
The
would
team of Heart of Lions.
Yeah,
Nice,
it's
good name.
I know. I agree.
is an awesome
There's
league.
also a team
Yeah.
called Heart of Oak in that league, in the Ghana League.
also
So
a good
remember
team.
that for another quiz game later on down the road.
Cool.
That's all I have for tonight, y'all.
Very
That was
good, Nate. Chris, I'm passing this one over to you. You open it. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna cross this one. Oh man.
Chris, you didn't do shit.
Get it together, Chris.
We'll
Sorry,
get that header for
everybody.
you next time. In the
I'll get
bedroom
it.
as well.
Oh,